Let's bring in Florida Congresswoman Laurel Lee, member of the House Energy and Commerce and Judiciary Committees. Congresswoman, welcome.
Great to see you.
I want to start with a clip from Virginia Senator Tim Kaine, and I will get you to react to it.
There's two mechanisms that Congress can use to stop it. The first is passing a war powers resolution mandating that this military action stop, that there should be no war in Venezuela unless Congress affirmatively declares it. That is a resolution that I filed before Christmas that is ripe for consideration in the Senate as soon as we get back.
In your view, Congresswoman, should Congress weigh in?
Not at this time, absolutely not. This was not an act of war or an invasion. This was the lawful apprehension of a fugitive from justice. Maduro had been indicted by the Department of Justice, and what they did was go with federal law enforcement and our military to apprehend him and bring him to face those charges. This is something the Department of Justice and the executive branch do every day in America and regularly do around the world for people who are fugitives, and it's simply not something that requires the notification of Congress. That would have compromised the security and integrity of this operation, which was seamlessly executed. So the president and the White House absolutely handled this in the correct way, and as necessary, we'll cooperate with them going forward. But this is an action by the Department of Justice that is proceeding exactly as it should.
What do you believe the impact will be of the removal of Nicolas Maduro in terms of America's adversaries?
Well, I think this is a very important thing for us in the hemisphere, also for the Venezuelan Americans who live here with us and Venezuelans back at home who are celebrating this event and this development. And here's an important thing to note. Even Joe Biden had increased the reward for information leading to the arrest and apprehension of Maduro. So this is something that a Democrat and Republican administration alike recognized was a priority. This was not a rightly elected president. This was not the leader of the country. He is a criminal, a narco-terrorist, and a fugitive from justice. So this sends a clear message that those who engage in criminal conspiracy, those who are killing Americans and threatening the security of our country, will be held accountable by our Department of Justice and by our president.
Will this have a significant impact on the flow of illegal drugs in the great state of Florida and across the broader United States?
It absolutely will. And I can tell you, as a former federal prosecutor, we have dedicated men and women working every single day in our state to try to stop the flow of illegal narcotics into our country. And this sends such an incredible message that President Trump starts at the top, that he has made this a priority. He's demonstrated the capabilities of our federal law enforcement, our military, also our intelligence community did an extraordinary job obtaining the information that made an act like this possible. So we are in that fight every single day in Florida and across the country, and cutting off this extraordinarily awful narco trafficking operation that's been going on for years, cutting it off at the source. That's incredibly important. And Maduro was using the tools of his government, the capabilities of his government to actually conceal and promote this trafficking operation. If you review the superseding indictment, it's evident that he was providing diplomatic and military cover for these traffickers to bring drugs into the United States. That was killing Americans, and it was high time that it was stopped.
What do you want to hear from top Trump administration officials when you are briefed on this brilliant operation to remove Maduro from power?
Well, you just hit on it. What I am most interested in hearing is really about how this operation was executed, how our intelligence community, our military, and our federal law enforcement worked together to accomplish this extraordinary objective of bringing this fugitive to justice. So I'm very interested in hearing about the execution of this operation. Of course, we're very interested in what they anticipate and what they see going forward. And also just want to say this is such a moment for so many Floridians of celebration to see an opportunity for the people of Venezuela to again have economic strength, freedom, the ability to rebuild their country and get out from under the grasp of this narco-terrorist. This is indeed a great day. We've seen a lot of celebration going on in Florida, but this is so we're looking forward to hearing from the president and his team about all of these things.